Hey, darling. Good, how are you? Oh, so bad news.
Why?
I failed. Actually, I'm recording myself saying this. I failed, guys. I'm crying. I failed. He said my steering control was not good.
Just the steering control?
Yeah, because when I turn, I do 1, 2, 3. And I think maybe he wants me to go 1. Anyway, guys, I failed my assessment yesterday. I don't know how I feel, but anyway, let's try again today. So I guess I'm still a student. Hey guys, so I failed my initial driving assessment on this day, and I'm here to share some tips so you don't fail yours. We are crying on this channel. We are crying. Okay, we are crying because honestly, guys, I feel the most important thing in my life right now. Looking at the fact that I have to pay additional money and I have to put in 8 more hours. So I'm delayed by 8 more hours and I have to pay extra, which is not cool. If this helps you, and if you are thinking of taking a Dubai driver's license, I will definitely say it's worth it, probably, because you can drive anywhere really with it, but it's just so hard to get. Like, I literally took it for granted, whatever, like, people were telling me that it is so hard. I was like, man, I'm gonna get this. And then when I got the theory from the very first attempt, I was pumped and I was like, yes, I told them I was gonna take I told them I was gonna get this. And when this happens, I was like, what, like, shocker. But the thing is, it has 4 stages, right? And in the 4 stages, like, you cannot go to the next one, of course, before passing the other. So I've had 20 lessons, and that those 20 lessons qualified me for the assessment that I failed. So now I have 8 more hours additional to learn again what I was doing and just refresh my memory and then go back and do the assessment. So it really, really feels like a college degree at this point. But anyway, we need it. So let's go through like some of the mistakes that I made so that you guys cannot make those mistakes and have 15 less things to worry about, because apparently I made 15 mistakes, which which is very subjective at this moment, because I mean, like, how did I make 15 mistakes? I don't believe that. So the first one that the instructor said that I made was, he says I did not check sometimes. Check what? The mirrors? Check blind spot? What did I not check? That is a bit vague, but also I feel like it's subjective. As I said, some of the things here I feel like they're very subjective, because this guy was on the phone the entire time. Like, how was he looking at me when he was on his phone? Because he literally got a call for, like, I think the next 5 minutes until we got back to the assessment center, which is like, I could have literally reported that guy. So on my next assessment, I'm going to definitely look out for that. And also, you guys look out for that. The instructor cannot be on his phone. He cannot be. He has to look at you the whole time. Like, he cannot. Also, I wonder why they do not have cameras on the assessment cars, because, like, if I say I did not do something and you say I did it, what are you recording on? Like, how are you remembering what I did and what I did not do? It just doesn't make sense for me. So he said, number 2, I did not check on lane change. So on lane change, you have to check the safety mirror. You have to check, what is this, observation on the side mirrors. I don't know why he says I did not check, but anyway, that's subjective. It's prayer time in Dubai, you guys. You have to bear with me, okay? I'm just gonna try to go on this quickly. And he says I do not check before signaling or braking. So braking for sure I did not check, because I recall now I'm like, okay, I did not check the safety mirror before braking, because you have to, before you brake you have to look at the safety mirror, and then and then you brake every time. So every time, and it was during peak hours, so there was traffic, and every time I braked, I guess I had to check the safety mirror first, which I probably did. Yeah, I'm gonna say, okay, this one I did not do like a lot of the time. I did it. Yeah, we're gonna say we don't have the word for it. And then he says squeezes into small gap. Okay, I don't understand what that means, but maybe it means that you don't have like safe distance for you to like overtake, because I think I did overtake when there were cars close to me, something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's what he means. Um, it's funny because when he was giving me my results, he said to me it was just my steering control. But when I see like I made 15 mistakes, what? Okay, anyway, I guess I did squeeze into small gaps. And then he says I reduced the speed unnecessarily. Okay, that's true. I did. So when you are on a 60 speed limit road, of course there's no braking, but I brake a lot because I'm like, okay, there's a car in front of me, so I have to brake quickly, and then so just try not to brake a lot. Which is it feels like the safe thing to do because you don't want to run into somebody. So yeah. And then unsteady movement, I guess that was the steering control. I'm not going to justify myself, but I am going to say also, like driving on the right and driving on the left, totally different positions. I mean, yes, it feels the same, but until you're in the car and until you're steering the car, where you're used to driving on the left, but now you're driving on the right side of the road. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, like when you're used to driving on the left hand side of the road, and now you have to drive on the right, it still feels wrong. It still feels like, man, I need to keep left. So I guess my unsteady movements are still rooted on the fact that I'm still on the left side mentally. I'm still driving on the left side in my mind, but although I'm driving on the right side on the road. Okay, anyway, and then he says I do not overtake if necessary. Here's the thing: if you at the school, right, the instructor will be instructing you every single movement you make. You don't just, like, you know what I mean? But on the test, you are not going to be instructed to like overtake if there's a car that's not going 60 on a 60 limit. They're just gonna like test if you are gonna do that. So I guess I was still waiting for him. Yeah, not I guess. I was actually still waiting for him to tell me um turn left, because they tell you turn left, turn right, or whatever the case may be. So I was definitely still waiting for the guy to tell me to turn left, to turn right, to do this, to do that. But the the lane that we keep as students is the right lane. So I was driving on the right lane the whole time. I did not, like, if there was a car in front of me, I did not overtake the car until the instructor told me, which is very wrong. So do not do that. Just always look for an opportunity to overtake if the car is not driving on 60 at a 60 limit. And then he says, okay, okay, okay. And then he says, I do not return to the correct lane, which is very subjective for me because I remember doing that. But honestly, just always go back, like I said just now, just to reiterate, always just drive on the right lane of the road because that is the slow lane. And then he says, I drive too slow. I drive too slowly for the road conditions. Ah, guys, like, of course you're gonna drive slow if the car in front of you is driving slow. Duh. Like, what in the world? Like, what is this guy? Where is this guy from? Like, what is he expecting me to fly over the car? But again, I guess this is where I had to overtake because I needed to keep the 60 limit. So always keep the 60 limit, okay? And then he said, always overtake. And then he said, does not move off after stopping, which doesn't make sense to me. What does that mean? Does not move off after stopping. Oh, maybe he's referring to the speed humps, that when I slow down for the speed hump, I take a while to like go back to the speed limit of the road, which is right. I take quite a time to, like, I build up the speed, which I should not really, because it's an automatic car. I don't have to be adjusting gears, changing gears. Like, I should just take off. So yeah, I will say he's right on this one. So just be mindful of that. Always just go on 60, on a 60 limit. And then he says drives either too far right or too far left of their lane. Very subjective, but anyway, okay, that was it. 15 faults that I had, and I had a fail. So what is nice about this is I did not get the immediate fails, which were like, if you collided with any object or making action that was triggering, maybe just you too close to the people, pedestrians on the road, or too close to objects on the road, they will definitely fail you quickly. You need to keep safe distance. It's an immediate fail also if you lack vehicle control, that results in the test being deemed dangerous or hazardous. So I did not get that fail also. And then the other immediate fail is failure to ensure the road lane roundabouts, or like if you're failing to, maybe on the roundabout, just take the car around the roundabout without actually driving into anything or any car. So at least we got those. Anyway, this was it, you guys. I hope it helps you when you are about to go to your assessment. Do not fail, you guys. Like, it's not fun to be paying additional money. Like, it's already expensive. Like, it's not fun anyway. So yeah, I hope it helped you. Happy Sunday. So I'm gonna be reading what the devotion is saying for today, which is the 8th of October. Happy fall, you guys. It's fall. As you can see, I'm wearing fall colors. And the devotion says, receive his forgiveness. And they quoted Romans 6, verses 1. You know that feeling when you feel like you're going to have runners? Yeah, I'm feeling like that right now. I'm sorry, I'm probably disgusting right now, but you guys, it's change of seasons, and my temperatures are changing as well, so I feel a little bit sick, so forgive me for that one. And the devotion of the day says, trust in him when you go to God in prayer today. Ask him to forgive you for whatever it is you need forgiveness for. Receive his forgiveness and trust his grace as you press on with joy to what he has for you. Lovely. So enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord